Welcome and welcome back. In today's episode, it's going to be called Catastrophism in Brazil. Like I have repeated many times, attacks are not just exclusive in America or maybe just the UK. These dog attacks, pit bull attacks, bully breeds attacks are, it happens all around the world. Where there's a pit bull, there is going to be an attack. Where there are dogs, there are going to be problems. There are a lot of stories that I'm going to be looking at today involving dog attacks in Brazil. But like always, I always, talk about other things. And I hope to keep this video down within an hour. If I can't, depending on how much time I have left or how much content I want to go through, I may do a two-parter regarding this. But nevertheless, it's good to be back again to share with you dog propaganda that's been going on over the world. Those that are new, I am Tim Watson. I've been doing this for 6 years. And I do this, to shine the light, to get a different perspective. The world is only used to, the world is only used to pro-dog, perspective, just pro-dog. Everyone thinks everyone likes dogs and the story, but the truth is there are a lot of people that hate dogs, a lot of people that are scared of dogs, a lot of people that criticize these dirty dog owners, a lot of people that criticize dogs, criticize, pit bulls. And I'm here to give you my perspective. Many will agree or disagree, that is fine, but I really do hope one thing that we have in common is that we want a dog-free society or a dog-free apartment building, a dog-free state, a dog-free country, a dog-free city, whatever it may be. We want dog-free, and we need to work together somehow to get there. And there's always going to be disagreements. Whether you like someone so much, they may like this, they may have a different opinion, agree, disagree, that is fine. But this dog culture, man, people are dying. Babies are dying. And, something has to be done. Before we get into the topics of attacks in Brazil, this is an old video that I have, it's very old, it's like 11 years old, that I seen a while back, just to show you how these dog owners, specifically pit bull owners, how they behave. We're going to look at their behavior, and it's unacceptable. No one should be accepting this behavior. The pit bull nutters themselves should be able to reflect and be like, did I do that? Am I acting like this? Why am I doing this? I shouldn't do that. I should apologize. I should fix my behavior. But we don't see that, but they continue to do that. So in this video, you don't really see the attack, but there's a pit bull that's attacking another worthless mutt, and the neighbors, confront the deranged pit bull nutter, and what he does is basically chase them and try to intimidate them with this behavior. This is the type of behavior that is done in pit bull culture, dog culture. They try to intimidate. They try to be mean, rude, toxic. And these are people who say dogs are better than people. So why aren't these people, learning from dogs how to behave proper? Why are they behaving like this? Shouldn't they look at dog and be like, hey, this dog behaves like this, I'm going to behave like that. I'm going to behave proper. But that's not the case. Because we all know that these dogs are worthless. They're aggressive. They're violent. Look at him trying to intimidate, and he chases him. So this is what people, all around the world have to put up with when it comes to these dog nutters. This guy's chasing him and trying to intimidate him. It is ridiculous. So it's very common, and not all attacks make the news. Not all altercations make Reddit or etc. These things are happening all around the world. People are not the only ones getting attacked by dogs. Again, it is cats, other natural animals that are getting attacked. So this just happened today, apparently. A cat was killed by 3 pit bulls. There's another video I can't show. If you can see where it says, I can't show because I'm not signed into Reddit. And it's not safe for work, or it's over 18. Kid attacked by loose pit bull. So what happens in this video? A pit nutter, like usual. At first, he has these dogs leashed up. As soon as he gets into the apartment complex, apparently he doesn't even live there. Somehow he decides to take them off the leash. There's a cat sleeping in, I guess, one of the shelves or compartments, and this pit bull, for no reason whatsoever, decides to maul and kill this cat. So the typical pit nutter behavior is to flee the scene. And as he's running and trying to recall his worthless mutt, the pit bulls have the cat, shaking it and carrying the cat with him right behind the pit bull owner. And from what I read in the article, the pit bull didn't drop the cat until a block after. But apparently I think he was caught. I can't remember what exactly happened with the dogs, but again, another horrific. And it's just a kitten. Man, these dogs don't care who they're attacking or what. They don't care how old you are. But they are treated like they're angels and do nothing wrong. Here, another example, we have a restaurant with a dog on the chairs, on the table, eating off the plates. And they're saying in the comments, oh, this dog was, deployed to some war. Who cares? This dog did not choose to go to war. Acting like this dog had a choice. No, you forced the dog to go there. You train it, you drug it up, do all this stuff to it, and you make it go sniff bombs or whatever. Then you act like as if the dog chose to do that. But nevertheless, that doesn't justify carrying this nasty thing into a restaurant like this. That's disgusting. Disgusting. And a lot of dog nutters are praising this. They're reinforcing this type of behavior. And you know what they do? They justify this worthless mutt. And they pick on children for this. How bratty little children. I've been to restaurants so many times. I don't even think once I've ever had to deal or hear a bratty child. I'm sure it does happen, but I've never dealt with it. In the restaurants, grocery stores, I don't hear these naughty children. I don't see it. So I'm thinking that these dogs are just making this up just to justify dogs being in a restaurant, which is disgusting. And when I call these dog nutters disgusting, people, dog nutters think I'm doing this to be mean. But no, it's true. You are disgusting. You are nasty. You're nasty. If I was doing something nasty, you'd be calling me nasty. You're nasty. In Illinois, a student is suing the University of St. Francis after she was attacked by a pit bull while being on campus. So this happened in March, I believe, of last year. And she's asking, for over $50,000. She was, she or he, I believe, they were, like any other student, just wanting to go to class or go home, wherever the case may be, and they're ambushed and attacked by a pit bull for no reason whatsoever. When students, and they're going to school, everyone was a student once in college, maybe not. All is on our mind is getting our work done, going to school and leaving. Maybe some extracurricular after school, but no one has any intention of harming a dog or being attacked by a dog. And this dog decides to attack for no reason. The attack occurred on the common area of the university, which is available for all students. This is why dogs don't belong in our society. Because anywhere where people are, they're going to attack for no reason. The lawsuit accuses the University of St. Francis of negligence. They knew or should have known that allowing the worthless mutt and onto the premises was dangerous. A lot of these dog nuts, they don't reinforce these dog rules. Any rules or laws that go against dogs, they don't allow it. They just turn the other way and think all dogs are angels. But then things like this happen. And this is pretty common. In stores and schools, this happens quite a bit. But the general public think dogs is perfect and angels, that they never attack. But you are not doing your research. It is only January the 12th. I've covered maybe over 80 dog attacks already. From all around the world. And a lot of dog nuts have never read not one dog attack article. She states, the lawsuit claims that the school failed to provide safety for the students while they're on the school property. Failed to warn students and guests that an unleashed dog was on the school grounds. Even if they did that, their action would be to eliminate the threat. I think it's Jacob. I'm guessing it's Jacob. They suffered severe permanent injuries, physical, mental pain, and suffering, and loss of normal life. This is what dogs do. Dogs take away your physical. They take away your limbs. They cause trauma. They ruin your goals, your plans. They ruin your beauty. They ruin your well-being. They ruin your sight. They ruin your smell. They ruin your hearing. They can give you diseases. The only way for people in general to look at dogs as great is to lie. Is to lie about them, and that's what happened in this dog society. So in this story is this person was attacked. She's female. She was attacked by her family's pocket bully. She states that her mom has been fostering these worthless mutts for over 8 years, and she's a pit nutter, and she really likes these ugly, worthless mutts. She always, says to her daughter, the same rhetoric we hear every time. It's not the breed, it's the humans. It's not the dog's fault. They were bred that way. We've heard this over and over again, and they really have no facts to back this up, and they don't use facts. She states, I have never understood how saying them would make anybody who is weary of pit bulls feel any less so, which is so true. This female has worked in the veterinarian clinic, and she worked with various types of dog breeds, and even some that were not pit bulls. And at the same time, she had to keep her guard up because you never know when these things are going to attack or be aggressive or bite. One of her dog was fighting her other dog. They suspected the dog was they suspect or said or made up that the dog was previously trained to be a fight dog. When these dogs are born to fight, they're born to attack. It's like a lion. Its main purpose is to devour, not devour like a dog, but they're trained to devour elephants, crocodiles. That's how they survive. They don't need a human to tell them that. But somehow, dogs require a human to tell them. It doesn't make sense. Fast forward to yesterday, I'm cleaning my room upstairs and headed downstairs to return some things of my mom. Long story short, that's when my mom's personal dog heard my voice and started barking as dogs tend to do. I believe this dog took that as some sort of cue. It immediately started aggressively snarling and barking at me. It all happened so fast. The dog jumped to the ground, snarled, barked, and then bit her hard on the ankle. She screamed and she cried. Her mom and the other dog came. She says that she sort of blacked it out of the situation. Long story short, she went to the hospital, took care of her rooms. Her mom felt really bad about it, really bad that her daughter was hurt. She also adds, my mom and stepdad have been so attentive during this process, but all the while still making comments like it was so sweet. It was the sweetest dog. I never in a million years would have thought it would do this. I'm so happy it won't be euthanized. So it's the same rhetoric we hear all the time. It's the same exact thing. And lastly, she says, my boyfriend said it best. If it can do it to her, it can do it to a child. These dogs, they go after anything and everything. Children, bison, bulls, they go after everything and they don't even think about it. Like natural animals will stalk and they will study animals before attacking unless they're used to it. They will study them and not just go head on. They will study and time it, good timing and all that stuff. But dogs, immediately as soon as they see you, they want to attack. Okay. Bear with me. I had no, it's not it. All right. So I'll get into attacks in Brazil. Come on. I had highlighted these things just last night. I looked at it this morning. Things were good, but I don't see my highlights on that one. Man attacks by his own pit bull and then transferred to hospital in Massaro. A 45-year-old resident of Ira Branca was injured after being attacked by his own pit bull on the evening of Thursday the 1st in the municipality located in West Rio Grande do Norte. After the incident, the man received initial treatment at the city's hospital. Due to the severity of the injuries, he was transferred to the hospital. According to the medical reports, the bite caused a deep wound in the victim's right forearm, and he's currently being treated for his wound. So again, another pit nutter who owns a dog is attacked by his own dog. Still in Brazil, a 60-year-old woman is injured after being attacked by a pit bull that was loose on the street on Tuesday morning. The police were called hours later. This attack occurred at 7:30 a.m. She left home to walk her small mutt when moments later she was surprised by the pit bull. The pit bull bit the worthless mutt and wouldn't let go as usual, and was unable to escape the attack until passing motorists stopped to help. This is pretty common for even when owners are attacked by their own dog. They always need to call for someone else to help them. When someone's getting attacked, they always need someone else to help them. There's also a video on Reddit, I can't show it because it's pretty graphic, of a man was getting mauled by a pit bull. The owner was female and couldn't get the worthless mutt off the man. And unfortunately, fortunately, a lot of passers-by in cars just drove by and didn't even help the guy. That just goes to show that the owner is not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. And we've read so many stories of the owner being there and the dog attacking someone, and the owner fails to stop the attack. And by the time the attack is done, the child is dead. The other person is dead. So the owner is not enough. And they always say, have an owner, responsible owner. It's not enough. During the fling of the police report, officers found that the pit bull remained in the same location and was not exhibiting aggressive behavior at the time. That's something I want to talk about. I believe, this is just my theory again, that, there are there are levels or degrees of aggressiveness. Take people, for example. You got people that are calm, people that talk aggressively, people that move aggressive, and they can move aggressively, but they're not trying to hurt people. There are people that are, have aggressive, body language as if they're about to fight someone. There are aggressive people who actually do want to fight someone. So there's different levels and degrees of aggressiveness. When we look at these pit bulls, even from a pit nutter perspective, they will look at them and say they're sweet and all those good things because they're not attacking. They're not showing aggression. And there's totally different levels of aggression. So many different levels of aggression that some people will assume that's not aggressive. Well, some people will say that is aggressive. It's like, being a man and sometimes just walking, some people will assume you're being aggressive. The way you talk, you can talk normal, and some people will assume you're talking aggressive when you're not trying to. So there's different levels, and it's this blurry line. But we know when someone is about to fight and is talking harshly, you can say, hey, that is aggressive. So what I'm trying to get at, I hope I'm not, confusing anyone, is when these owners say that they've never seen aggression in these dogs, is probably what they probably mean is they probably never seen their pit bull behave like this or do this. And again, these pit nutters, we realize they do lie a lot, and this could happen, and they say it hasn't happened. But they probably have never seen this, and they will instantly say this thing has never been aggressive. They can say they've never seen this. They think aggression is just, with these dogs, it's just this. That's what they're probably thinking of. But when these dogs attack, and we've seen it, sometimes they just look like this as they're attacking. They're not growling. They're not showing teeth. They're attacking, but they don't present this type of aggression. They don't. I hope I'm making sense. And it's really hard to... I can't really show pit bulls attacking because I guess the YouTube rules. But a lot of time when these pit bulls attack, they don't look like this. They look normal and they just attack. They just attack. They're not growling. They're not showing, signs of attacking. They look normal like this. And a lot of pit nutters will say, hey, they look normal, and say they look normal, and they'll say, hey, these things are sweet. They'll never attack me. It does this all the time. It looks like this all the time, and it never attacks. But even when they do attack, they don't look like this when they are attacking. They don't look like this when they're attacked. Not all the time. Most of them just look normal. And that's what makes these dogs dangerous, because they can look like this while attacking, while in attack mode. We've seen this. Dog is attacking. They get the dog up, but it still looks like this. It's not growling. It doesn't look anywhere like this. Wait. It doesn't look anything like this when they're attacking or about to attack. Obviously, some situations are different, but there's the video I showed. I'll probably have it on here right now. But nevertheless, I showed a video yesterday of a pit bull attacking another dog. And that pit bull did not look like this. It didn't look like this whatsoever. It looked very normal. It looked calm. Like this. As it was attacking. So what I'm trying to say is that these pit nutters, dog lovers in general, they have been duped. They have been confused and conditioned to think that just because a dog doesn't behave like this, that doesn't mean it's not going to attack. That doesn't mean it's not going to kill. Their dogs will look like this for 10 years. And when it does attack, it will remain looking like this. We've seen videos of dogs after they have attacked and they look just like this. The average person looking at these things, knowing nothing about this particular dog, would think it's so sweet, I want the dog. They think it will never attack. You would never have known that it has attacked anyone, because it does not look like this. The average person will say that this is aggressive. Stay away. I don't want this thing near me. My life is in danger. But when they look at this, they think sweet and cuddly and all that crap. But even in their sweet and cuddly form, they can kill you when you least suspect it. I hope I made sense here, people. I really do hope I made any sense with that. Still in Brazil, Resident struggles with pit bull during attack on her leg. I just read that. Yes, I did just read that one. She was attacked 7:30 in the morning, mind you. Oof. Another one in Brazil. I thought, what's going on here? This time was a 43-year-old attacked by a pit bull on Thursday afternoon while trying to protect some children who were in the street. So children in the street, they're playing, mind their own business. In this case, they were picking mangoes from a tree. Okay, what's wrong with that? And, they are attacked. And this woman, to protect these children, stepped, between them and the dog, and she was attacked in the process. The victim intervened to protect the children, ended up being bitten by the pit bull. The dog initially attacked towards her neck, but the woman managed to partially dodge, and the worthless mutt began biting her head and other parts of her body. She was bitten on the head, chest, arms, and required 19 stitches. Oh, Lord. She was traveling alone in a ride-hailing vehicle. She receives medical attention. No, she rode alone to the hospital. So these are the injuries caused by that mutt. And I'm pretty sure that worthless mutt looked just like this. Didn't show any aggression. Didn't show this type of aggression, and still attacked. You can take that dog to the pound and take a picture of it, and no one will know its history. They'll think it's just a sweet dog. They'll think they will automatically assume it has never attacked. These things are dangerous for the public. Attacking children because they're picking mangoes. Mangoes, man. A little more in Brazil. A 13-year-old is attacked by a pit bull. She was attacked on Friday afternoon. Excuse me. She was just playing with two other people, and the worthless mutt began the attack. An attempt to escape when the teenagers jumped into the water, but the dog also jumped to attack them. Oh, man. Imagine trying to get away from this thing, and this thing is going in the water to attack you. It's like, what does it want? It's scary, man. It's scary. Locals were at the scene, managed to restrain the worthless mutt. The fire department was called, and a teenager was given medical care. So again, that was in Brazil. Another one in Brazil, this time a 4-year-old is attacked by a pit bull. The fire department was called and responded when a 3-year-old was attacked by a dog at his aunt's house. The animal's owner reported that as soon as she realized the situation, she managed to restrain the mutt to prevent more serious injuries. According to the firefighters, the worthless mutt belonged to the child's aunt and was not a stray dog. Can't be bringing your children around people who own dogs, whether it's the father, the mother, the relative, an aunt, a cousin, a friend, school, doctors. If there's dogs there, don't bring your children there. Don't bring yourself there. Don't do it. This dog that attacked probably looked just like this the whole time. And then out of nowhere, with the blink of an eye, this thing decided to attack a 4-year-old or a 3-year-old. Like, what is there? There's no reason to attack a 3-year-old. There's just no reason to do it. These dogs are brain damaged, man. Always attacking, but for no reason whatsoever. And Reddit, unable to take my dog to the park. So I always like to look at various perspectives of this dog culture. And in this case, we have, dog owners versus dog owners, which it's interesting to see that, these things are not attacking dog haters. These dogs are not attacking dog haters. They're attacking other dog lovers and their dogs. So that should tell you something. That should tell you something. Attacking other dog lovers and their dogs. It's like they're attacking children and cats. They're attacking everything. It's like there's no safety. There's no boundary. There's no safe zone. I read yesterday about this dog jumping in a car to attack a baby in a car seat. I don't know anymore. Like, this is horrible. But anyways, decide to take their worthless mutt to the park, and these people have a bunch of pits there. Not to mention they have food, which are banned at dog parks. Again, dog lovers are usually rule breakers because it can cause fights. The pit bulls are snarling and snapping at each other. I'm just so pissed because I don't understand why people think it's okay to bring aggressive, worthless mutts to the park. I have trauma surrounding pit bulls as I have been attacked twice, and you're able to live to tell the story, which I give you prop for that, because not many have survived after just one attack. So I understand I might just be living in trauma brain, but oh my God, do not have your aggressive dogs. Do not take your aggressive dogs to the park. A lot of these dogs will look and behave just like this. Their dogs are probably not behaving like this. So if they're not behaving like this, these dog nuts are not going to say, hey, or pit nutters, they're not going to say it's being aggressive. They're not going to say that. Some may not. But they're not behaving like this. I don't think they're behaving like this, showing teeth and doing this. A lot of them were likely looking like this. Snapping just like this, snarling, looking just like this. And to the average pit nutter, this isn't aggression. This isn't a problem. This isn't violent. This is sweet and cute and cuddly, all that. But this can kill a child. Can kill owners. Can kill their children. Neighbors. So we shouldn't be or pit nutters shouldn't judge the way, I don't know, it's hard to explain. So they shouldn't, just because they don't see dogs doing like this, that they should be ignorant and arrogant and think it's okay to bring these to a park. Because even a dog looking like this can snap at any time and kill. And I've seen videos of dogs looking just like this, walking around. 2 seconds later, it snaps and kills something. So to them, they don't see the dog. If they don't see their dog looking like this, they're not going to intervene or do anything. And when time they snap, it is too late. They're not going to show signs of an attack. They're not always going to look like this. Most times they don't. You go to the shelter, whether a dog is a fighting dog or killed or not, you won't even know. Even if they tell you, you don't even know what it has done or looked like. They will all look like this. And they all have looked like this. And they take it home and they get attacked. What about the lady adopts, rescue, attacked? And the pictures they always show with these dogs. I can't exactly find it. They always show these dogs looking normal. I can't find it. But there was a lady, happened maybe 3-4 years ago, that adopted a rescue dog. And then a day later, or maybe just in that time, it attacks her. I guarantee that dog looked like this at the shelter in these pics, and then this attacked. Let's see. Shelter pit bull ads. So these are the pictures they use to sell these dogs. These are the types of pictures that they use. These are the ones they use to sell these things. To sell to the ignorant, to the arrogant. They're never going to use pictures of pit bulls looking like this. Aggressive. Like this. That's not. I mean, for some, maybe it could be a selling point, but overall, they're not going to push this on a pit bull ad or a dog ad. I don't even think they're going to do this one either. The pictures that they use and have to use in order to sell these dogs are ones where the dogs look normal, where the dim-witted dog nuts will look at it and be like, it looks so cute with this wig on. It's so cute. It looks so cute. It looks like it's going to attack anybody. They show you these pics. But when they adopt them, they take it home. And for many of them, they get returned right back. Or they're attacking. Or they did attack. But like I'm saying, a lot of them are not looking like... They're not looking like this. They're not looking like this. They're not looking angry. They're not looking vicious. A 13-year-old in Brazil was attacked by a pit bull in the rural area. We did this. Yeah, she was playing, and then she was attacked. So unfortunate. So unfortunate. A couple more that I want to go through. So again, in Brazil, or southern Brazil, they're looking to ban, or they have banned 11 other dog breeds, and they're all bully breeds. So these are the bully breeds that are being supposedly banned. But as we all know, and even for me by experience, I'm in a place where they're supposed to be banned, but I just saw one just afternoon. I see them all the time. There's maybe 2-3 in my area. Whether they attacked or not is irrelevant. These are supposed to be banned, but they're still allowed in our area. But then you have all these different names for them. And then that's what makes it, makes these pit nutters get away with it. They can just make up names for them. One second this dog is Staffordshire, another day it's a red nose, next day it's a pit bull, it's not a pit bull. They make up all these names for them. All these dog nuts don't even know all the dog breeds. They don't know. These pit nutters don't know. They all look the same. They do the same thing. They're all worthless the same way. And they think these rules and laws are going to do anything. I mean, it might. Maybe this one will be different. But just from experience and from the information that I've read, after bans, like, these attacks still occur. There's still going to be problems. So why don't we just eliminate all dogs off the face of the earth? Even though the government is banning these dogs, they still will say that the dog is never to blame. They don't want to demonize dogs. They want to blame the something else, the human, the victim. The problem is when they are exploited, trained violently, or used in instruments of intimidation. This is bullshit, excuse my language. A lot of these dogs, when they attack or right before they attack, they look like this. They look just like that. They look like this. Before they attack, they look just like this. And in that moment when they attack, they are not looking, they don't look like fighting dogs. They don't look like fighting dogs. They don't look like this when they're attacking. When they're mauling a person, a baby, another worthless a cat. They don't look like this. Even after they attack and they have blood on them, they look like a normal dog. I can't find any of it. This one. If someone can Photoshop this and remove all the red, people would think this dog is smiling and cute and it's nice and all that. But this dog just killed its owner. It just mauled someone. You think dogs smile? They don't look like this when they're attacking or before they attack. Wait, I mean, they could look like this. That's what I mean. What I mean is they could look like this right before they attack. How many times do these same owners, same dog nut owners, lovers, who have been attacked by their dog and live to tell the tale, say the attack just was so sudden. It just happened. That dog was not showing aggressiveness like this. They were not showing this before they attacked. They weren't doing it. Some do, some don't. For most cases, I think they were not acting or looking like this. They just snapped and attacked. You review all these dog attacks, pit bull attacks. These dogs look normal. These dogs look like this before they attack. They look like this, minus the stupid wig. Right before the attack, they all look like this. I'm telling you, these dogs have been duped, man. They have been duped. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Last thing I want to share is relationships. Don't date people who own dogs. Do not bring a dog into the relationship, whether it's whatever kind of couple it is. Don't do it. Don't do it. Stay away from dogs. They can ruin relationships. This person says, I never thought I'd lose a relationship over dogs. Gotta do your research, man. A lot of people do not know anything about dogs. I'm talking about the real stuff about dogs. Not no, dogs are man's best friend. Dog is just walking and sniffing things. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about stories like this. This is what dogs are about. This is what they do. This is what these dog nuts do. She already had a dog. It was extremely overprotective of her. It touched her or sat too close. It would snap or growl at me. That's when I realized I wasn't dealing with a normal owner. He was dealing with a dog nutter. She then expected me to immediately run to the dog and refuse to let it stay in the garage. Demanded it that it stayed inside the home. The place started reeking of urine every single day. I couldn't even relax in my own home anymore because it constantly smelled like a kennel. I mean, we can talk about attacks all day, but it's the other things about these dogs, the diseases, the feces, the urine, the smell, the health problems, the annoying sounds they make. Some are just so ugly to look at, the way they look, the money that they cost. There's so much problems against these dogs. We don't even have to bring up attacks. The worst part wasn't even the mess. She stopped wanting to sleep with me, but was thrilled at the idea of sleeping with both of her dogs, which she calls babies, instead, man. I would have just right then, just that first time, one time, maybe I'll let it go. I'll talk to them, and you know, if I feel like they don't care or they're unresponsive, I'm done. I'm moving on. She talked about building her own future around dogs. At one point, she even joked maybe she'll shower with them, and she probably already has, and she probably has already sexted these dogs up already. And I said it. I guarantee she already has sexed up these dogs or done something that is sexual around these dogs. And when I said that was weird, she told me I was the weird one. And apparently he left the relationship and he doesn't regret it. Gotta stay away from these dog people, dogs. Do not bring a dog in the relationship. I believe this dog culture is, it does have a spiritual element to it, and we can see with these relationships how it can, you know, make these dog nuts behave. The behavior of these dog nuts is just so unacceptable. So it has to be not just the physical, but the spiritual that, you know, lets these people, you know, transform into dog nutters. Let them become so aggressive and so nasty and egotistical in a way that it's only about dogs, where dogs become the priority, where they're willing enough to get their children killed, where they're willing enough to ruin human relationships for a dog. I believe that it's something spiritual. I believe it's something mental. I believe it's about being brainwashed. I believe it's about, you know, whole society, media, you know, bombarding dogs everywhere you go. Even when I'm not looking for dogs, I see dogs. Even if I'm watching a movie that has nothing to do with a dog, I see dogs. And I see dogs doing something that's so ridiculous. Dogs that's doing things that are ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. We did read a lot of things today regarding this dog culture. Read about maybe 4 to 6 attacks regarding dog attacks in Brazil, which it's a lot. It's a lot. And you can look at the stats all you want, but not all dog attacks have been reported. And that doesn't include the rest of the attacks all around the world, which makes it look even bigger and greater than it is. So a lot of dog nuts will look at various websites which, you know, aren't going to be accurate. And be like, oh, dogs only attack, you know, this amount. It's not that bad. They'll say it's not that bad. It's one too many. When you've been doing what I've been doing for over 6 years, it's one too many. It's like, this is like, I don't know if I should compare it to that, but it's like going to war. It's like going to war. you're gonna see stuff, and it's gonna change you. It's gonna flick you. Something is gonna mess you up. It's gonna mess you up. And when you read about a lot of these children, babies that are a week old, a month old, a day old, elderly getting attacked, people mind their own business, children just playing and getting attacked. Man, it does something. And the dog lover doesn't want to see that, doesn't want to hear that regarding dogs. They want to stay in this dog nut bubble because, not that it makes them feel good, because if they made it feel good, they wouldn't be so rude and disgusting and vile. But it just brainwashes them to remain. And to see this on the outside, man, it hurts, it's annoying, it's frustrating. But the dog nuts, they just don't care. They don't care. And another reason for that is because, the way I'm speaking about this dog culture, it's not spoken about in the general public. Many people have never heard someone say they hate dogs. Many people have never heard of anyone that says they want dogs to be eliminated. I'm one of probably maybe the only person, maybe there's a few people that says this on the internet, on the World Wide Web, that I want to see dogs eliminated. Look what they have done. Look what they have done on a physical, mental, spiritual level, emotional level. They've killed a lot of life for nothing. Life's wasted, man. For nothing. And again, dogs are so worthless. Dogs are worthless. When they die, they cease to exist because they're mutant. They're man-made. They ain't going to no doggy heaven. And they're taking life. I can, see life being taken by natural things, by weather, natural causes. Those things happen. Some things you can't prevent. You can't. Car accidents, things happen. But these dogs all of them can be avoided easily. But dog nutters want to keep these dogs in our homes, in our communities, which is why a lot of people continue to die and be killed by these dogs. That's about it for today. I'm Tim Watson, and please remember that it's okay to hate dogs. Thank you for watching.
It's Okay to Hate Dogs Productions. See you later. Doggy Hater.